everyone, meteorologist Mike Prianti here. We got another weather update for you at the end of the week here. Man, it's been busy the past couple of days of WeatherWorks. Brad, I'm joined with Brad Miller. Of course, Mike is on vacation. Brad, hopefully he's having a good time. I don't know if he's home or he's having a staycation or not.
Yeah, I saw on Facebook a couple of pictures. I guess him and the rest of his family went out to the Lehigh Valley Zoo.
Ooh, that
They
sounds like
saw a
fun.
few
I haven't been
things.
to the
Yeah,
zoo in years.
yeah, I like a good zoo once in a while. But
Wow,
it's one of the few things you could still do out there. But
that's true.
hey, yeah, like you said, it's been a busy week. We've had the stationary boundary that's been plaguing much of the Northeast. We'll talk more about that in the upcoming weekend forecast here in just a minute. But Mike, the tropics are busy once again. We're
Yes.
watching the J storm already. I mean, normally we don't even get the J storm until sometime in late September, early October. So we're a good month and a half still ahead of normal here for the amount of storms we've seen so far this year.
Of course. And thankfully, though, Josephine, as it's called, 40-mile-an-hour tropical storm, but the National Hurricane Center's track has it basically missing the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, maybe hitting Bermuda as a weak extratropical depression. But
hmm
again, the East Coast looks to be about safe from this storm at least. But there could be some closer threats. Is that right, Brad?
Yeah, we got a little homegrown area of disturbed weather that we've been watching, and the Hurricane Center also classifying it as 96L. Again, it's not a tropical depression, has not gotten a name yet, but you can see that swirl of clouds there just to the east of the Delmarva, and you see the convection trying to grow around that center. Now, the good news here is we have a nice looking trough coming in from the west, and that will kick this storm out to the east into the open Atlantic. So, whatever develops of it, whether it's a depression or even if it gets a tropical storm status, if it gets a name, it'll be Kyle. But again, it's going to be quickly racing off to the east here over the next couple of days. So we do not have to worry about this storm system. But don't forget, it's only mid-August. The peak of the hurricane season is still a good 3 weeks away. So it's going to stay kind of busy, I would imagine, in the Atlantic. So that looks good for us, though, Mike. This upcoming weekend, kind of touch and go here for much of the Northeast.
Yeah, so let's start off with this afternoon. And hey, look, there's that boundary we've been talking about here this whole week. It's just
That
been bringing
stinking stationary
showers.
front won't go anywhere.
I know. Well, that's why they call it stationary. It doesn't move
Yep.
as much. Actually, earlier in the week, it came in as a cold front through like northeast PA. Just shows you how far it's actually made it since it's gotten in from Canada. Now, of course, the afternoon not terrible. I know we have green on the map here, not a washout of any means. Just a
Mm-mm.
couple of pop up showers and storms across the Catskills, Albany into northeast PA. I still think the main risk for any showers and thunderstorms is going to be right along that boundary from anywhere near Philadelphia south into DC, nation's capital. There's that low we were talking about that's categorized by the National Hurricane Center. It's moving offshore. But yeah, Brad, it shouldn't be too bad north of basically the 95 corridor this afternoon, 80s, maybe 90 back in Pittsburgh. But that keeps moving south. And tonight, not too bad.
No, we should be good here for a Friday night as we get ready for the upcoming weekend. Any shower activity remaining well down towards our south, even into Virginia. So I think it's a dry night for Washington, D.C. The rest of the Northeast I-95 corridor looking good. Mainly clear skies and even a little bit lower humidity as you get up towards southern New England and back into around the Poconos. Some temperatures headed down to the upper 50s, even some rural areas, some low 60s elsewhere. But overall, nice start to the upcoming weekend. And then Saturday, same thing. It's going to be the driest day for the entire Northeast. Maybe a stray shower for parts of New England with that onshore easterly wind. Nothing heavy, nothing to change any plans over. But look at the high temperature there in Boston, only 72 with that east wind
I
coming
know.
off the Atlantic. Although it's warmer than normal, it's still cooler than the land areas. So that's why the temperature is going to be held down. But overall, again, Saturday is looking like the best day of the weekend, Mike. Especially as you get down towards South Jersey and Maryland.
Hey, and take a look at that on the map. We got our little potential
Yep.
disturbance that could be Kyle. Of course, it could still be a remnant low, but
hmm
it definitely can turn into a storm. But I guess the only thing it's going to really affect is probably maybe some rip currents and tides and
Yeah.
maybe some coastal flooding. But that's really about it, Brad. Nothing really main, any main impacts across the at least inland areas with this system. So.
Yeah, that's good news. So if you're headed to the beach, you may have to just be aware of some of the rip currents there
Mhm.
over the upcoming weekend. And then Saturday evening, we've got another area of disturbed weather. It's going to be moving out of the Ohio Valley. That will start to trek its way towards the mid-Atlantic. Now, this next low is going to bring with it some more showers to areas around Maryland and probably into South Jersey as early as Saturday night. I think as you get further north, that chance of rain does go down. But this area of low pressure, Mike, is going to be kind of a tricky system here as we get into Sunday because there's still a lot of uncertainty with the guidance that we're watching. Some keep it well to the south, and others kind of bring it up the coast a little bit to make it more of a wet finish here to the weekend for parts of the Northeast.
Yeah, Brad. So let's take a look at a couple of models and show you the difference here. So this is the GFS coming into Sunday morning. Notice it's actually probably the more robust in terms of where
Hmm.
how far north the rain actually gets. It has the heaviest corridor, Delmarva, South Jersey by Sunday, and then by Monday gets it out of there, and the front comes through Monday evening, Tuesday brings some showers for next week. But main thing for Sunday is that the GFS a bit farther north here. We look at the euro. The euro is the complete opposite, Brad. It has almost nothing for Sunday. Look at
Yeah,
this.
it keeps it pretty far suppressed to the south, meaning the high pressure that's located over New England is a little bit stronger than some of the other model guidance there. So, it's hard to, these are the kind of things that we kind of fight as meteorologists, especially in the wintertime when we have a possible snowstorm and other model guidance is saying, no, it's not going to happen. So, in this situation, again, the best chance for rain will be Maryland and South Jersey, and then how far north it gets on Sunday, that remains to be seen. Here's another model here, the NAM. Kind of keeps the rain also more towards the south. But if you look at its counterpart here, the what we call the high resolution 3 kilometer NAM, you can see the rain kind of creeps its way all the way through New Jersey and the southern New England. So, which wouldn't be a bad thing. I know it's a weekend, but parts of New England, Mike, could you really use the rainfall because they didn't get much from Isaias at all, and
Hmm.
so they could use the rain actually up that way.
Yeah, they definitely need the rain up there, Brad. And I know that I think the drought indexes. I think they're already at like they're
Yeah.
definitely above or below, way well below they should be. Even inland areas of New England are probably just as bad as well. But yeah, we'll have more. Obviously, over the weekend things will come more in line, and we'll see what happens. But if you don't hear back from us, I'm sure we'll talk next week, Brad. But I think that's about it. When we cover the weekend. And hopefully next week will be a nicer change of pace here in the
Yeah, the,
Northeast.
the pattern looks a little bit quieter next week. I know there's a little bit of uh, you know, uncertainty as we get towards the middle and later part of next week. That another front comes down and kind of stalls out, but that's still pretty far away. But we got plenty of time to watch that.
Right, and that about wraps it up, Brad. Of course, thanks for tuning in here. We're WeatherWorks, your weather experts. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. Like and subscribe our YouTube channel. And as always, if you want to know what we do professionally here, visit us at weatherworksinc.com. We'll catch you here next week.